Sloan Cold Facts, episode number 5. And we got a super special guest in the building today. A super special. I'm really excited about today's show. Actually, maybe my favorite guest, maybe my favorite person.
Oh.
Quick intro. The guest tonight, she is a Houstonian. She is a Willow Ridge High School graduate, class of 2001. She's a Prairie View A&M graduate and has her master's from PV.
That's right.
She's also a member of the sorority Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated Zeta Gamma chapter. It's my best friend. She is the mother of 3. She is a wife of 1, of the one, of a him.
Oh my goodness!
It's none other than Brandi Sloan. Everybody, welcome Brandi Sloan to Sloan Cold Facts podcast.
Thank you for having me, honey.
The first female guest we've ever had. Go and get your wine glass. Get a little,
You know how we do.
A little sip. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Sloan Cold Facts.
Thank you, Duty. Thanks for having me.
How
I'm
you
a little
feel?
nervous.
How you feel? Don't worry. It's like any time you're nervous, I got you.
You do. I'm a little nervous. This is my first podcast ever, actually. So you breaking me in like you do with everything else.
Oh, love now.
Oh my God. Thanks for having me.
How you feel in the chair? You good? You comfortable?
I'm comfy. I'm excited. Just ready to see what you about to hit me with. So.
And I see you got your rings on.
I got my rings on.
Got a little fit.
A little outfit. Your jacket. Your pants.
Now let's so first things first. We're gonna clear some shit up early.
What we clearing up?
Everyone knows I'm a fashion guy. Is it called a fashionista? Is that a thing, or just a fashion? I'm a
fashionista, huh?
I'm a fashion guy.
You're a fashion guy. As of the past few years.
And a lot of don't cut me off. And a lot of times when I post my stuff, when people see me, they automatically assume that you style me or that you buy my clothes.
Okay.
I go places when I have on, people say, "Oh, Brandi bought that." When I post on Instagram, "Oh, Brandi put that together really nice," and that's very offensive.
Well, why? It's the truth.
It's not the truth. That's the thing we're gonna dispel.
Did I assist you?
Well, I'm not. Yeah, you go cut me off again.
I'm gonna cut you off, because that's what I do.
The rumors. I'm dispelling this notion that Brandi styles me or she buys my clothes. I buy the majority of my stuff. When y'all see the drip, when you see the fits, it's me. For the most part.
And I have no influence.
It's me. I'm about 98% of it.
So I have a 2% influence.
I'm tired of people saying that Brandi did this, Brandi did that, Brandi. It's me.
I think people know. I think people know exactly what it is. People have seen where you come since
Now listen.
2012.
I'm going to say this. As with anything, I've gotten better with time.
True.
You have assisted me. Now,
Thank you for at least saying that, because you like to say that I never have.
But currently today, on the fits, when y'all see them fits, when you see me, it's me. Now, let me say this also. When we first met, we first got together, yes, you bought the majority of my clothes and my shoes. But probably since 2019.
Maybe 2020, since the pandemic.
That's fair. Yeah. When I really flourished in my fit, it's been me. But so today on the Sloan Cold Facts podcast, we are dispelling that rumor that Brandi buys all my clothes, she styles me. It's me.
You know my famous saying with you.
What is that?
Whatever you say, babe. Whatever you say.
Give me your thoughts on that, though.
I mean, honey, that's not true. I feel like I definitely have assisted you along your journey, for sure. I definitely used to dress you from head to toe. I definitely assist you now. especially with the color coordinating and the matching that we like to do, I definitely put my little special touch on it for sure. For sure.
Now with the color coordinating, let's talk, because people always ask when we go on trips, like, how do y'all coordinate your outfits? How many bags and stuff you have? So typically when we go on a trip, let's say we have a trip in a month. What's your thought process as far as outfit goes? Like, what's the first thing you think about? Like, do you think?
Well, first let me say this. Back in the day, you used to want us to dress like alike, same exact color. If you have on a black shirt, I have to have on a black shirt. If you have on white pants, I have to have on white pants. And I'm not one of those. I never wanted to do that. So I was like, okay, I can meet you halfway. So we can at least have on the same color combinations, but we do not have to have on the same exact thing.
Again, I admit it. I've taken a step forward in my...
You evolved.
I've evolved in my outfits. I've evolved in my style, my fashion. You have assisted me, but you don't...
I do not style you every day. No.
Thank you.
If we go on vacation,
thank you. Thank you.
No, when you're in the gym, that's
you
all
don't
you.
Style me.
I do not style you.
Or you don't buy my clothes.
I do buy some of them.
What,
I do buy some of
the
your clothes.
percentage.
It's a very small percent.
Thank you.
Typically shoes you buy. I assist from time to time. Clothes mostly you buy, but I think I put my little Brandi spin on it for sure.
So on the trips.
Yep.
We going to Turks.
Okay.
We plan this trip. When you go into detailed thought about the outfits, what's the first thing you think about?
So the first thing I think about, because I have way more clothes and shoes than you, way more like, oh my goodness, my closet is a little ridiculous. So first things first, I try to have you tell me, like, what colors do you want to wear? What type of outfit do you have in mind? What are you thinking for this trip? Do you want to be a little bit more casual? Do you want to wear a suit with no shirt? What color are you thinking?
That's my shit right there, actually.
So that's the first thing I do. It takes you way too long to figure it out because you always have 1,000,001 other things going on. So I take it upon myself. 9 times out of 10, I already have the outfits in the closet. So I start to like pull out outfits like, hey, I do my pick stitch with the outfit, with the shoes, the handbag, jewelry. I do all that. I show it to you. And so we try to figure out what you can pull from the closet, which is typically nothing. So we have to buy all of your items. Right. So that's the first thing that I do. I have way too many clothes. And
so your motivation for the fits now, when you pack it, it's like, hey, like we want to be in similar colors every time, every outfit. And for most people, they go on vacation. We see people they may have like
one dinner outfit,
some swim trunks, some shorts, some fucking thong sandals, and that's that. Yeah. But for us, we have an outfit per
maybe three
or
four, because if you include the swim
per day.
Outfits.
So if we go on a 4-day trip, we have at least 15 to 16 outfits.
True.
So we have a breakfast outfit, a lunch, dinner, pool, or an activity outfit. Sometimes it's more activity outfit.
Right.
Is that excessive to you?
I don't think so. Do you think it is?
I mean, you know me, I'm with it. I'm a fashion.
And then all my friends always ask, like, Marcus is on board. Like, he's cool with this and he doesn't mind. And I was like, I love it. Like, you're a little bit more bougie than me. Let's put that on the record. So you're always all about it, which I appreciate. I don't have to fight with you about you'll wear the most crazy, exotic, colorful. You're not afraid to, like, you'll put bold. The hoochie daddy shorts on.
I'm the hoochie zaddy, actually.
You the who?
The hoochie zaddy. That's me.
You the hoochie zaddy.
Zaddy with a Z.
Oh, God. So I do appreciate that about you, and it definitely helps me. It just makes things a lot easier because you are not opposed to anything. You are open to any and everything as far as style is concerned, as far as dressing is concerned. You give me a little pushback on price from time to time, but for the most part, you're open.
You are a very stylish woman, probably one of the most stylish women I've ever met, been around.
Thank you, baby.
Arguably. Where does that come from? Is that something you've always had? Is that something like the older you got, you kind of pay more attention to? Or
for sure.
With you having a high-end retail background, that's something that you, since you were young, you thought, hey, I want to dress like this. I want to look like this.
So since I was young, my mom and I, every weekend, we would go to McFrugal's or to Wiener's or
Shout out to McFrugals.
McFrugals.
That's a Houston staple back in the day.
Wieners. And so we would go shopping literally every weekend. So I've always been into clothes. I haven't always been the best dresser. Oh my goodness. Some of my friends can tell you that. But I've always been into clothes. So it's something that I've always liked, which is, I think, another reason why I gravitated towards working in retail. But it's just something that's in me. And my mom always, anytime you go out the house, you need to make sure you look decent, have your earrings on, and all this other stuff, which is something that I try to implore to our girls, but they fight me tooth and nail. They don't want to wear earrings. They like to look fly, but, oh, Lord, y'all pray for us with these kids. But, yeah, so the dressing has always been in. It's always been, it's in my DNA, so.
And you have like I said, a high-end retail background, starting with Abercrombie and Fitch. Talk about your high-end retail experience and how that also like kind of gives you access to the different styles and the high-end styles and high-end fashion.
Yeah, not that Abercrombie and Fitch is high-end.
Well, yeah, no, but yeah.
Back in the day, it was definitely way too expensive for us to be affording that because it was too expensive in high school and college. That was my first, like, quote-unquote, real job. I was a manager there. After I graduated college, that was my first job, my first full-time job where I had benefits and 401k and all that good stuff. But working at Abercrombie, I was also like a model for them, which in the Galleria, I was probably the first and only Black model that they had in the front of the store greeting people. Back in my skinny girl days, I'm trying to get back there. So Abercrombie, it was just jeans and t-shirts. So from Abercrombie, I went to, I think, BCBG after that, which definitely, brought me up to more high end. Back then, BCBG was just suiting, but it was expensive as hell, $500 for a suit. So it kind of like brought me into the world of people who had a little bit of money, and I had friends. Natalie was at R&B, and so we had some friends at BB. So, just being around ladies who could spend the money to look good, it made me obviously want to look good. And not that I had the money back then to do it, but it's just been something that's in me. And from there, I left for a little bit, got a master's degree, and then I went to Louis Vuitton. So Louis Vuitton 5 years, and then that's when everything like exploded around major money and major fashion, and yeah. And now I'm at Valentino in the Houston Galleria. If anybody wants to come see me, let me know. Let's set up an appointment. Have to plug me in right there, give me a little commission so I can keep shopping and keep dressing Marcus. And
there you go. We just dispelled that rumor, so cut it out. For me, when we go on the trips, like a part of the experience is the outfits.
Right.
Like
I mean, all we do is look cute and eat.
I look forward to the outfits.
Lazy travel couple.
I look forward to the outfits. Like I really look forward to getting dressed, taking pictures. I'm always all in the videos. I'm always all in front of the camera. Like,
and it's him, y'all. It's not me, because I hate taking pictures. And I hate videos. I do not like a lot of attention. Although I like to look nice, I just do not like a lot of attention. But Marcus is an attention whore. For those of you all who know him, my God, he loves attention. He loves to be in front of the camera. And I hate it. I'm like
Puff Daddy.
I'm like background. Don't look at me. Puff, don't talk to me. Like, that's me.
And for someone who is as beautiful as you are, it is very rare that you don't want attention. So for us, it kind of works.
It definitely works. Thank God.
And honestly, for me, like when you get dressed up, not that it's a competition, but I have to, in my mind.
A competition for who?
Like for me, like I have to be.
I have a story for y'all about this too.
Don't do that.
Yes, I sure
I have to be like the best, as far as like I have to look my best, because like Deion Sanders said, if you look good, if you look good, you feel good, you play good.
Right.
So for me, I have to always look. You have to look the part no matter what. And now I have a thing I tell people, and they either roll their eyes or they laugh. Is somebody, when I go in a gym, or even if I'm going anywhere, and they
never met you before.
They never met me. They saw my Instagram, and they saw me on social media, on Twitter, and they expect me to be this, like have on a certain style or be a certain style. And I can't let them down.
Well, sometimes you do, but it's okay.
I don't actually.
Oh God, what's your friend?
Oh, Damian King is a fucking hater, dog. I had one outfit on.
Oh God,
TCU basketball alumni weekend, which was a really good outfit.
No, it wasn't.
It was actually a good outfit.
You took the poll. You did a poll. What were the results?
People are haters. They don't know fashion. That's the result.
You did a poll. Let's just go with off what the poll said. Most people
don't know fashion.
Thought that it was a little meek. That's what we'll say.
Anyway, so like I was saying, when we go on trips, I like to look my best,
right?
Because it's a thing. I mean, it's a part of our experience.
True.
And so for you do it effortlessly. You know, you put on something. It's fantastic, and people always ask us like, when we gonna start a influencer Instagram page or a fashion Instagram page, and I'm always like, man, we gonna do it, and you always like, it's too much work. Now, what I will say is, you had foot surgery. You were rolling when you were down for a month.
I was.
Took great pictures.
Well, that was actually right before COVID. I mean, when I got COVID. You remember that 2 weeks I was off? That's when I did all 40
Oh, right.
looks.
Yeah.
But then how many of them did I really put out? I think I did put out, 20?
Probably.
I was on a roll.
Probably had.
Check out Beast. What is it? The Brim Reaper.
The Brim Reaper.
Brandi Sloan. The Brim Reaper.
Correct. Yep.
I do want to do something with that, though. I mean, those of you who really know me know that I'm not like a hair girl, so I will always have a hat on if my hair is not up to par, or if I don't feel like combing it, I'm going to throw a hat on till any kind of hat. A baseball cap, any type of hat, just so I don't have to comb my hair. So I do have a passion for hats and accessories and things like that. So I do eventually want to really put my energy into.
And then people always want you to be their stylist.
I know, and oh God,
can't do it.
I don't want to. I only like styling us. I like to make sure our kids look cute, and I can help a little bit, but. I know everybody thinks that that's my passion, which I'm struggling trying to figure out what my passion is exactly. And everybody has told me that they feel like that is my passion. I was like, I don't think so. I don't. I do take enjoyment of getting us together because I know how you are and you want to take all these pictures. And I never want anybody to take the pictures of us. Like, let's just set the camera up ourselves.
Somebody going to take the picture for us.
You always get mad. Then we have to take 5. And I'm like, I don't really want to do this. I just like to look good. I don't necessarily have to be on camera or to get a photo or anything like that. I just like looking cute.
No, we have to content.
I know.
You never know.
But when are we putting this content out? Even when we just went to Miami, I have all these pictures of this phone.
I posted mine.
And I'm never going to, unless you do it, unless you do the real, I'm never going to.
Tell them the story.
Oh. So we were in Miami, right?
Probably.
Going to a Christian Louboutin event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so no, it was LA. We were in LA going to a Christian Louboutin event, walking down the street, and somebody said oh my God, you're so beautiful. But they did not compliment Marcus. They didn't even look at Marcus. And so, of course, he felt some type of way. I've never really, again, he's 6'8". He's a handsome guy, chocolate, fine.
Keep going.
All these other things. So when people don't see him, but they see me and they compliment me, it makes him feel some kind of way.
It just not.
Yes, it does.
It does not.
It does. And I was like, you should be happy that you have an attractive. This happens all the time.
That was
not like that. It was years ago, but people always tell you oh man, you're really lucky, and then you be like, no, she's lucky to have.
She's the lucky one.
Anyway, but I think he's getting better a little bit. That you're a handsome guy.
That was one time. It was one time.
Yeah, but you were really in your feelings about that for a while, actually.
Oh my God.
You were.
It's not true.
And I try to hype you up as much as
No,
I can.
my God. You don't need to hype. No, you don't. Speaking of the trips, people always ask me, they always comment on the fact that they love how we take trips and we spend time together without the kids.
Right.
Now, we still date each other even without the kids. How
important.
How important is that to you? I think actually you are the one who stressed that to me more so than anything else. Because growing up for me, we didn't. My mom and dad didn't go anywhere,
right?
Without us, and we didn't go anywhere as a family. When a couple places, San Antonio for a big family. That was our big family vacation growing up, and probably because I played basketball.
Yeah. In
the summers, but my parents, not that I can remember, they never went anywhere out of town without my brother and I growing up.
Right.
But for us, we have made it a priority, and you really are the one who kind of pushed me towards this. But you have made it a priority that we take trips without the kids and we date each other.
For sure.
Still in our marriage without the kids, spending time together. Why is that so important for you?
Because one day these badass kids, they are going to leave us. And then it's just going to be us. And then it's been 18 years where we haven't done anything. We haven't dated. We don't go out. We don't take any trips. And then we're just going to be sitting there looking at each other like, what the hell? So for me, it's really important. And then it also like heightens our connection. I mean, you and I know, everybody knows we're like best friends. We can do anything together. Like, people are like, some of my line sisters always say like, oh my God, like, it's just you and Marcus, like, you go everywhere with him. And I was like, yeah, like, if you can't go out with your boo, like, I don't understand what's the point of being with them. Like, you're my bestie. So, we're going to roll. But as far as the kids go, and for me, it's important for them to see that too. I didn't grow up in a 2-parent household, and so my mom worked like crazy, so I didn't have an opportunity to really like go anywhere because she literally worked 6 days a week. And on Sunday, shout out to Holman Street Baptist Church, we were in church literally all day long. We had Bible study and choir rehearsal and all this stuff, so we didn't have an opportunity to go anywhere. But I want us to be able to like see the world and have these experiences in different places. And eventually, when the kids get a little bit older, when they can kind of be on their own just a little bit more, they can come to 1 or 2 more places with us. But I enjoy spending time with you and away from the reality of life, being parents of 3 kids and both working full-time jobs, and you're so crazy busy always. So
I am.
I enjoy it.
At first I felt bad actually. When we go on vacation, I'd be like, dang man, what about the kids? I wonder what they're doing. I miss them. Like, should we be going?
No, we will be gone for 2 days.
But yes, I mean, that's a lot.
2 days, because Marcus cannot go anywhere literally longer than, I think it's a 5-day cutoff for him. He cannot go. And for me, home. It's like, let's go 2 weeks.
Hell no.
In the summer or something like that. But he's like, no, it's time to go back home. On about day 3, day 4, he's like, yeah, it's time.
Start to get that itch. But that's anywhere. I mean, I'm a homebody.
Yeah, and I'm totally not.
People think I'm always out and always in the street and popping. I'm at the house. Yeah. When I'm working, I'm at the house.
And me, I would rather be out to eat every day. Let's go to a lounge. Let's go to the spot. Like, let's do something.
Even you spending time with your friends. I was admittedly, like, I think use the word jealous, but I thought it was an issue for me because you wanted to hang out with your friends so much.
Right.
And it's one of those things I was like, dang man, like, you rather spend more time with them than me. But I had to learn, like, that was who you are as a person. You look at your friends as like they're your family. So it's like you hanging out with your family. And it's something that you needed to do for you.
Right.
I know I kind of veered off topic, but it just made me think about that when you said go out with your friends.
Yeah. I do appreciate my friends. I love my friends. Certain times in my life, they have been my rock. And I do look at them as family. So I like to hang out. We like to have a good time. But I'll always include you. Sometimes it's like girls only. And, you have to allow people to have that, though, And I need that. And I'm happy that you finally.
No, I had to learn that.
Oh, God. It's taken such a long time.
It has, because I am a selfish person in nature, right. Actually. I'm used to terrible, y'all. I'm used to things being about me because of the industry I was in. I was a player, as a basketball player.
And then everything is catered to you. It would be better for you because you've always been a part of a team. So you understand like the team aspect and the team camaraderie. And sometimes you want to be around your teammates and you want to be around your friends because they bring out something in you or, they lift you up. It has absolutely nothing to do with your spouse or the lack thereof, what they can give you. It's just something to being around a group of people that you love, admire, and adore, so that I thought you would understand, but
I didn't. And
it's taken such a long time. I think you finally got on board maybe this year with really kind of understanding.
I'm trying to anyway, because I look at it as like something that's for me. It's about me as opposed to it being about you and something that you need. So probably the last year, I probably started to readjust my mindset, my thought process, and my partner, my wife, she has to be her best self, and if her best self and live her best life means she has to hang out with her friends 3-4 times a week. I mean, not that many. I'm just using a number. Like if you have to hang out with your friends once or twice a week, or once a month, or twice a month, that's something that she needs to be her whole self.
Right, and that is important.
Yeah, you being your whole self, you are a better person for me.
Right.
Because you're better for yourself. You're correct. Like now you have more love and energy and stuff to give. So working on being a better teammate.
Yes.
speaking of teammates, a marriage partnership is a form, obviously, being on a team.
True.
When we first got together, again, my background, 2-parent household. I saw my mom cook and wash dishes, make our lunch. And my dad would help her every now and then, but my dad would primarily work. So when we first got together, my team concept was Brand do the household
Brand
stuff.
do everything.
The household
pay
stuff.
the bills.
And I pay the bills, and that was it.
Even though I worked a full-time job.
Even though he worked a full-time job. And so again, in my mind, I thought I was that's how this team works. But for her, she wasn't her best self.
No, I wasn't, because I grew up, like, my background and your background are so totally opposite. So I grew up in the background to where I have literally, always tell Marcus and I tell the girls, like, I have been doing my own hair since literally I was in 4th grade. Like, I didn't have anybody to do my hair. I didn't have anybody to wake me up, and I had to walk to school, make my own lunch, make my own breakfast. You know, all these things I've done at such an early age. And so he never really understood, like, why I wanted the girls to, like, let's wash dishes, let's figure out how to, like, wash clothes and do your own hair. But I do have to give them a little bit more grace, because they do have, you know, myself, and Riley has her mom, who are there to, like, really help them along the way, and they don't have to learn and do everything so early on. But for Marcus, like my mom, she was a single mom. She worked 2 jobs, you know, so I literally had to do everything on my own. So for him, and it was like, okay, let's figure it out. But it's like, okay, we get together, we're in this marriage, you work from home. I literally go stand on my feet for 9 hours a day. I would think that it would be a little bit of give and take, but y'all, it was rough.
No, it was. It
was so rough.
There was no give and take for me.
It was nothing.
Yeah,
it was no grace.
I grew up in a 2-parent household. Like I said,
where
my
his
dad
mom
worked.
was this awesome mom, and Marcus told me how she would wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
5, not
5,
4.
excuse me. Get herself together, go in the kitchen, cook them breakfast, make their lunch, drop them off at school, come home, pick them up, come home, in the kitchen cooking, helping them with homework. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, where was your daddy? Where were y'all? Like, nobody wanted to help her. Like, kudos to Miss Sloan, because she literally is a G. She's the best. Marcus is a mama's boy. If y'all don't know, he definitely is. And so I was trying to tell him, look, for me and the way that I want our marriage to be, I don't want to go off what you think it's supposed to be or what you have seen. I want it to be something that works best for both of us. And we were in a dark place for.
Yeah, it took again, I was not a real team player. And you would think with my background being in sports my whole life, I would have been a better teammate. But I thought the gender roles were, she take care of the household stuff, I work, pay the bills, that's it. Like I hardly ever help. Now, what I will say is this: I was very instrumental with the kids. Very,
absolutely, because you were home with them, and I worked in retail, so of course my hours were almost 10 to 9, like 5 days a week. So and that's why they all love his dirty draws so much. Like, if y'all know these kids, these 3 Sloan kids, they are infatuated with their dad. Infatuated. They will come downstairs, not speak to anybody, and the first question they ask, "Where's daddy? Where's daddy?" And it's just like, "Good morning. How are you? I'm alive. I'm here." Like, say hello. All they care about is Marcus. You are an awesome dad. I don't think anybody can take that away from you. I mean, the love and admiration that the kids have for you, obviously, you're doing a good ass job, but he cusses them out, y'all. Like, yes, you do. He talks crazy to them. They just, no matter what, he can do no wrong.
But I think that stemmed from early on, like, because you were working, I was home with him. So that also made me feel like, because again, in my gender roles, the dad's not that he's not involved with the kids, but I always say, like, that's a mama's job.
Yeah, you always say that. I hate that you say
that's
that.
That's what mamas do. That's a mama's job.
You still say that to this day.
I do.
And for me, there is no gender role. We're a team. This is what it is. It's no dad do this, mom do that. Like, this is what it is.
And I've had to adjust to that. Like, really change my whole mentality, my whole mindset. And it's taken me.
Is that difficult? Has it been difficult?
It was extremely. It's still, every now and then I still like feel like the remnants of that a little bit, like frustration, like, damn, I gotta wash the dishes, or I gotta cook. But then I have to change my mindset. And what it was for me, it was the discipline of it.
Right.
Because the discipline will carry you when your mood won't.
True.
And I had to learn that again, stemming back from sports and athletics and playing basketball. I had to like kind of really channel that. Like, hey, listen, your wife has to work. Or she chooses to work. You're at home with the kids. You pick them up. You can cook. You can wash the dishes. It doesn't make you less of a man.
It does not.
It doesn't make you less of a partner. You
doesn't.
still wear the pants. It's just you are helping your teammate. You're helping your partner.
And I think once you've learned that, or once you got your head wrapped around that, I think our life has actually been a lot better. It's more blissful, I can say for sure. Because, y'all, it was a struggle. I mean, you have such great qualities about yourself, but whoo-wee. Ooh-wee.
I mean, yeah, it was the whole gender role thing for me.
Gender role.
It I thought, hey, the women take care of the house, I work, pay the bills, and that's it.
I mean, it's not 1945.
That's true. I
work. Hell, I go to work 9 hours a day on my feet at that. Not that you don't work, because you do work about 20 hours a day. He gets about 4 hours of sleep. He doesn't sleep. He's just up, work. And then that's another thing. So before, I would give you so much hell.
Oh, yeah, the balance. The balance. Yeah. So I am a worker by nature.
Yeah.
I love to work. I love to take care of my family. Probably my favorite thing to do is work. Not my favorite thing, but one of my favorite things to do is to make money.
And I'm always so envious of you, because it's something that you love to do. It's a passion, something that's just in you, and you do it so effortlessly. And me still trying to find my, what motivates me or what pushes me to like want to get up every day at 4:00 in the morning and start working. Ooh, you know me. I don't want to be like, I don't even want to talk to anybody until 9 a.m.
That's another thing too. We're going to jump back to the balance. Like being with somebody who, like, you have to really know your partner. And again, it's a selfish thing in people. Like if your partner's not a morning person.
Am not.
And I used to want I used to want her to wake up
and cook
breakfast and want to make me breakfast.
You want me to wake up and want to wake up and cook and make you breakfast, but my attitude is going to be so terrible. And he has this thing where you have to want to do it. I told him, I'll do it. I don't want to.
Yeah, because, for me, it's like, who wants somebody to do something for them and, like, they don't want to do or it's forced. So I always, like, you don't want to wake up and cook breakfast again, but I had to learn, like, my partner's not a morning person.
I can wake up at 9, and nobody told you to wake up at 4. Like, just get in the bed, lay down for a little longer, close your eyes. Do not bother me. Do not talk to me. Do not turn the light on that phone on. Just lay there till about 6 o'clock.
But I had to learn that.
Yeah.
It's, it's a part of the evolution of growth. I had to learn who my partner is, what makes her tick, what makes her thrive, if I want us to be better.
Right. And now, instead of getting up at 9, I do get up at about 6:45 every day.
Reluctantly.
My eyes open. I'm up at 6:45. And then by the time I get into the kitchen, it's 7:10. We're good. We're good to go. With me being a worker, it's something I try to do better, but the work-life balance. Right. Early on in our relationship and our marriage, it was a struggle for you because you didn't really understand. No. And I always thought, again, which is something that I had to learn, where you're just in the gym. It's just basketball. Yeah. Like, I didn't really look at it as you really are like doing a business or starting a business and like running a successful business and all the layer work that it takes. I'm just like, you're just in the gym. Like, who cares, you know?
And so what I had to do, this is funny, I had to start, like when college coaches would call me, I'll put it on a car or I'll put it on speaker and let her hear our conversation just so she can know, like, hey, listen, like these people are paying me to give them an evaluation. These people are paying me to give them my professional opinion. This is why I'm in the gym so long. This is why I'm going to Dallas. This is why I'm going to Indiana. This is why I'm going to Atlanta. This is why I'm always on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, because this is part of my job. But at first, she didn't understand that. She just thought that.
Did you put any lotion on? You're so ashy.
I did.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
She just thought that I'm just like in the gym,
in the gym, talking to your boys,
hanging out,
games.
like hanging out, like just fucking having a good time with like I'm in there putting work.
And then I've gone to the gym with you, and then had to see it for myself, and I have had to work your events. Where y'all, Marcus is he's the worst boss, y'all.
So now, even that, when we first got together, I I always had shoot the score hoops camp, but I was coaching with the with the Houston Hoops first and the Houston Defenders.
Well, first it was that very first team.
Oh, Clear Lake Hoyas,
Shout out to
actually.
Clear Lake
the
Hoyas.
Clear Lake Hoyas.
Are they still going?
They are. They actually are. They played my tournament, actually. I started with the Clear Lake Hoyas, kind of coaching AAU. And then I met Christian Begg, and then I started coaching with the Hoops, and then with the Defenders. And so I went from coaching AAU to running my own events. And so, when you coach AAU, you got practice in the evening. You only have to worry about tournaments and stuff. But then I switched, and I started my scouting service, which I write evaluations and reports for universities and also NBA teams. Mm-hmm. And so through that, I started doing big tournaments, high school AAU basketball tournaments. And so my roles changed, which meant my responsibilities changed, which meant my time commitment changed. And for us, it was a struggle at first.
For sure. Yeah, because I've always had so much access to you to where I can pick up the phone and call you. And we used to stay on the phone and talk for hours and hours. Yeah. So it was definitely something that I needed to get used to. And I think maybe within the last couple years, this man is on the phone. Like, he was on the phone talking to some coach, and I just so happened to say something in the background. He was like, "Oh my goodness, your wife is there with you?" And he has been on the phone with this man for about 45 minutes. And the man was like, "Oh man, Marcus, you could have told me to call you back." But now I'm so used to it. I just sit in the back seat because I am a backseat princess. Marcus drives me.
I'm a chauffeur. I'm a really good partner, dog. I hope you appreciate me.
I do, honey.
I am elite, actually.
You are a very good partner. So I have the luxury of just sitting in the back seat on Instagram, shopping, putting looks together while we're in the car, while he's on the phone talking to everybody, literally. And it's about 3 people who shut up.
You funny for that.
It's about 3 people who I told him he could not talk to when I am in the car with him. I will not say any names, but I'm sure they know exactly who they are because they call you too damn much.
But man, that's funny.
I was like, do not pick up that phone while I'm in this car. But I've gotten used to it. So, and just seeing him in his element is cool, and see the passion that he has.
And the checks don't hurt. Now she sees the checks and the direct deposit. So now that also always helps because now she's like, for her, the work is valid. Now she can see this is why I do this to get this. I mean, I'm passionate about scouting and evaluating. So
you are.
For me, it's again, my new thing is I go where the passion is. Right. Kind of why I'm starting, this podcast. This new
passion.
I'm very excited about Sloan Colfax. Actually,
I'm very proud of you. Jealous, of course, but very proud of you that you found yet another thing. This is like your 5th thing, 6th thing that you're just so super passionate about. And it's going to trickle down on me while I try to figure it out. But soon I will have the opportunity and all the time in the world to figure out exactly what I want to do. And I'm so appreciative to you for allowing me to have that, because not a lot of women do have that. But soon and very soon, I will have that opportunity. And I'm looking forward to it, to figure out exactly what it is that moves me. And
I feel like as a quote-unquote leader of the house, I try to lead by example.
You do.
And so even in this, me finding my passion, it's kind of like, even for the kids, I hope I give them examples, or I hope I'm showing them, the right path. Even for my wife and for my partner, being a leader, it's being selfless is what I'm really been working on. So like now I take her to work, I pick her up. I do a lot of different things because I am a leader. And sometimes, she may have had a long day at work, and I also may have worked all day.
Right.
And so the kids need some attention, and I will find myself thinking like, "Oh, she's gonna go in there with the kids," but she may be tired. So as a leader, when you are the leader, you have more responsibilities. Heavy is a head that wears a crown. So when you are the leader, sometimes you have to do things that the others won't do, or the others may not be up to or be able to at the time. And so I've taken upon myself to be like, no matter the situation, no matter how she feels, I have to always, kind of
be present,
be a leader. Mm-hmm. And that's something I'm working on even daily, to make sure I'm able to lead our home and lead our house, and everybody feels the love. It's funny because Riley, our oldest, she told me one day, she was like, "Daddy, you do a good job making everybody in the house happy." Yeah. And that was probably the biggest compliment I probably got in a very long time. You know,
About to cry?
no, not about to cry. Just because I do try to, you know, be the leader in our home.
And they see it.
Yeah.
For her to give you that compliment, she sees it. They see us. They see you groping me in the kitchen and hugging and dancing. And Logan gets jealous because Marcus and I dance in the kitchen. And she, oh, God, y'all. That little girl there, she thinks she's me for some reason. She thinks she's Marcus's wife. She said it like, I'm your wife. And she wants him to dance with her and do all these things with her. And she just loves you so much. Jackson, oh my goodness, that's another one right there. Like, infatuation is, it's just, and sometimes I get a little sad. Like, damn, nobody cares about me. Well, except you. But
no, I like you said, I just think it's from the, you know, when they were smaller, I was taking them to the gym, three of them. They were like,
and like 2 and 3.
2, 3 years old, all packing them up, rolling, because
I was at work.
That's what I had to do.
Yeah.
And so I just think that bond the kids and I built, you know, it's just it's a strong bond that we have. But you know, I appreciate what you obviously bring to our home and to my life and to our marriage. And a big thing that you've given me or helped me with is my time management. I'm terrible at time management. I'm terrible at like calendars. I'm terrible at like projecting in the future. I think that's one of my biggest downfalls that I'm working on is I'm horrible at like planning stuff out. Mm-hmm. And you are very meticulous by the book. You're very
black and white.
Black and white. You're very bullet point. Me, I'm a free thinker. I'm a creative. I'm in a free flowing space at all times. And
I don't think that anything is wrong with that, but I feel like sometimes we have to like put some things down in black and white or set some times for certain things, because then you're notorious. You'll plan a meeting with somebody 2 days ago. Of course, it's the day of the meeting. They called, making sure, hey, we still meeting at 12. And
totally
like, oh, shit, I totally forgot. So I'm always like, use your calendar. Let me know. But it's about to be a shift for sure. Because y'all are about to see a shift in Sloan Cold Facts. Y'all about to see a shift in OTR exposure. Because I'm going to come in and it's just going to flow a little bit smoother. We are going to bring back Shoot to Score Hoops. That's going to be my baby. It's something that's near and dear also to my heart. Marcus just... Shout out to
Shoot to Score Hoops. Shoot to Score Hoops. Shoot to Score Hoops really was... it really saved me, actually. Shoot to Score Hoops was a basketball camp is a basketball camp that I did every summer, the whole summer, while I was playing in Europe. And my guys who played overseas with me, my good friends, Dante Stiggers and Kenny Henderson and Kerry Rigsby and Jason McCoy.
You had everybody in there.
Gerard Henderson. I mean, literally everybody worked Shoot to Score Hoops camp. Lanny Smith at one point. And so that was my baby. I started to do a summer-long camp every summer while we were home just to kind of give us something to do. And, I kind of pay the guys weekly so they wouldn't, spend all their money in the club or, out to eat or whatever. And so when I stopped playing, a lot of guys, when they stop playing, they don't have like a transition. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I've spoken about on here is like when we get done with basketball, with sports, we have no plan B because we don't really have any work skills. We don't even really have any work experience. So for me, I was very fortunate to at least I knew I had Shoot to Score Hoops camp. Mm-hmm. And so that summer camp, it spawned Ball Out Events, which was my first ever with Martin Rogers, my business partners, like my uncle. We started Ball Out Events together, which is my first kind of tournament business. Mm-hmm. So I started doing high school tournaments and events with that. And Ball Out Events led to OTR exposure. But Shoot to Score Hoops was the baby.
Yep.
A lot of good kids came in the program. Tyler Smith, Jacob Cole, Chris Marshall, so many, the running back at U of H, Brandon Campbell started running back now. So many good kids have come from that program. And
don't forget about your boy Ben.
My boy Ruben Dorr, he was a senior at Manville this year. But we are bringing Shoot to Score Hoops summer camp back this summer. That's going to be Brandi's baby. So she's going to be tasked with that.
Yeah, I'm like a basketball wife now. Well, I guess I've been one, but.
How was that for you being a basketball wife?
It's good and bad, like I just had to learn my footing. And again, I don't like to talk to a lot of people unless it's people that I know. I am a social butterfly. Don't get me wrong. I can talk to anybody. I can talk to a wall. I talk to people literally all day. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, so I can talk to anybody, but I just don't like to be on the spot or like that attention. And for you to be like that guy in basketball, you know so many people, so many coaches' wives, so many kids, and you know I don't even really know basketball, so
At all.
I can watch it in person, so I can look at everybody's shoes and their jerseys, and
Yeah, we'll watch a game. I'm watching the game. She'll be like, babe, why you got on 2 different color shoes? I'm like, that's what you paying attention to in
that
this
is what
game?
I'm paying attention to.
The shoes or his hair.
I have 3 friends, like 3 of my close friends, love basketball, love football, and they just sit there and look at me like, girl, like really, this is what you, I don't know anything. I mean, I've been learning a few things here and there, but yeah, so being a basketball wife, I mean, again, it has its perks, it has its, you know, it's not necessarily a downside, but it's just me getting out of my comfort zone and going to like whole conversations with people and
Right.
spark up conversation. I just pray to God they never ask me anything about basketball. Like, let's talk about something else, because the minute y'all say a kid's name or a position or a team, I'm like, ooh.
Too much. Going too far.
Yeah. Yeah, but I enjoy it. I enjoy being out and about and like going to Buzz's birthday party and like, you know, seeing all the guys. And
shout out to Buzz Williams, the head coach at Texas A&M.
Yeah,
really, really good guy. Buzz has something something that he posted early this week and kind of ties into what we're talking about, like, you know, being a leader and kind of working with the team. He was saying you have to be an everyday guy, and it was like when you're an everyday guy, you know, like people can count on you. Mm-hmm. And when you're an everyday guy, you know, like literally every day matters and things you do every day matter. And so it's something, man, like Buzz is, he always has really good stuff and he'll send me. But again, being an everyday guy in my marriage with the kids, with our family is so important to me.
right.
To whereas, again, it goes back to the leadership aspect of it. It's not always easy being a leader. It's not always easy being an everyday guy. But I understand that in order for me to succeed, in order for our family to succeed, I have to be an everyday guy. And you have helped me understand the importance of being a leader because, you know, you look to me, the kids look to me, and it's like I have to be that person literally every day.
Every day.
Yeah, so
Every day.
shout out to my guy, Buzz Williams. We went to College Station for his 50th birthday party. It was we had a good time, good celebration. Again, something.
So we gonna go somewhere.
We are going to spend time together. We are going to do.
We're gonna go do something.
We are. We again. We like to hang out, man. It's something that we do.
And I think it's because we really like each other. You know, we really like F with each other.
That's very important.
You know, it's super important. I just don't understand. For me personally, I don't understand couples that are together but they don't
hang
like.
out.
You know, they don't hang out.
And people think that's very weird sometimes that we hang out so much.
No, people think that it's really weird. The couples who hang out as much, they don't think that it's weird because we have at least 4 or 5 groups of friends, Christopher Ashley and Afton and Brian, Ashley and Mitch, you know, like groups of friends who really like F with their spouse. And I'm not going to say you don't F with your spouse just because y'all don't hang out. That's not what I'm trying to say. But we try to surround ourselves with other couples who also like mimic us and want to hang out and like to have a good time with their partner. So for me, it's a big deal. And I always tell my friends, well, yeah, I want Marcus to come because then he can pay for all my drinks.
That's funny.
I can keep my wallet in my purse.
You never keep your every now and then.
I do every now and again. Yeah, but I like hanging out with you. You're cool. We talk about people. We talk about, you know, girls' butts and
That's funny. There you go.
We have a good time and we for sure gonna clown somebody's hair and
For sure.
I mean, it's just like being with I don't want to say one of the girls because that sounds,
I mean, that's how you feel.
It's like being with one of the girls. And we can go home and
Hang out. There you go.
do other things. So it works for me. I enjoy it.
Oh man, you funny for that. On Sloan Cold Facts, we always like to ask people like their 5 things. So like kind of 5, either we normally it's 5 best players or 5 best players you coached or
Let me get my notes, y'all.
5. So I'm gonna ask you a series of questions while you get your notes.
Okay.
For you, what are your 5 favorite clothing brands? The first thing I'm asking you.
So I do like to mix a lot of high end, or excuse me, a little bit of high end with a lot of low end. Like to me, that's key. You don't have to have on a whole head to toe designer outfit. You just have to have like your key pieces, a nice pair of shoes, a nice handbag, and to me, you can put on the outfit from Shein like I normally do. Shein, Pretty Little Things, Fashion Nova, Boohoo, like that's typically where I get majority of my clothes from. And I mix in a little bit of Gucci, Fendi, Prada, Louis, just a little bit of ready to wear in there. Shoes and accessories, I'm 50-50 on the shoes. I have tons of high-end shoes, but again, I have been in retail for almost 20 years, so I can get a discount on most things. And to me, I always tell markets like, hey, I can get a discount on this, so we have to get it. Like, that's my go-to thing. Oh, I can get 50% off of that. So I gotta get that.
That's her rationale for spending money. Like, she'll say it's 50% off. We have to get it. We don't have to get it.
But I want it.
But in her mind, we have to get it because
it's 50% off.
Correct.
So, high end designers, I like Valentino. I'm loving Fendi right now. They have shout out to my girl Joy. It's one of my best friends. If y'all need Fendi, go shop with Joy over at Fendi. She'll definitely hook you up. But they have been like really killing it. Bottega has made like a comeback and it's so super nice. And we just opened a Dior boutique in the Galleria, and I love Dior as well. But most of the time with clothing, it's going to be Shein, Pretty Little Things, Boohoo, Nasty Gal, super like cheap.
Yeah, you give people that's good. You give people tips. So
yeah, absolutely.
What about your hats? Where do you get most of your hats from?
Lack of Color is one of my favorites. RB, I do not even know how to pronounce the name, but I do love them. Rushland, something with a B, I don't know. Forgive me. Okay. But I do like them. I get a lot of hats from Shein. I got this one today. Shout out to my girl Lori Harvey. That's my inspiration for this hat for today because she wore this during Fashion Week.
Oh, okay, little Yankees hat.
Yep. So,
okay. As far as your like influencer, you're always on Instagram looking at different fashion and style. Give me your 5 favorite Instagram kind of influencers where you get your
Instagram girlies.
Yeah.
So I like Hand of Color. Please check her out. Follow her on Instagram. She's so super dope. She wears a lot of hats. So that's another reason why I really, really like her. Super pretty girl. I like the way that she puts her things together. So I really, really enjoy her. Tanika, awesome. I am like obsessed with her. It's the one girl that you remember she did that drop on Amazon, and I'm just like super obsessed with her. She's like great. So beautiful, stylish. I love her. She just has it going on. Who else? High Low Lux. This is another girl that my girl Natalie put me on to. She rocks like a short little haircut, and she's super cute. She says High Low Lux, but majority of her stuff is like high lux. Okay. She does have just a little bit of low, but she is like blown up and killing it, and her fashion is like super impeccable. My girl Mercedes with what is it? Calculated Opulence. Not only is she very like fashionable, but she's gonna let you know all of the things about travel, and she is always somewhere, and she is amazing, great personality, and she's like a 6 foot girl like me. I'm not 6 foot, but she's close. She's a tall girl, so I love her. Like, and she will give you anything, any gem that you need. I've asked her for so many things. That orange skirt that I wore in Miami with the earrings, she put me on that, told me where to get that from. So shout out to my girl Mercedes. And then my baby Megan, who I actually started to work with at Louis Vuitton, and her Instagram is I'm Good Like Megan, but she's also in a group with 3 other beautiful, lovely African-American women. And then the name of their Instagram is Influence and Color. Mm-hmm. So love them, love them, love them.
That's where you get your inspo from most of the time.
A lot of my inspiration comes from
now this is going to be funny for me. So now to close the show.
Okay. We're closing already?
I mean, yeah, it's time. I want you to name 5 NBA teams.
Boy. I could probably do that.
Let's go.
The Rockets.
Okay.
The Mavericks.
Okay.
The Spurs.
Freeze.
No.
Okay, Texas team. Nope. So easy.
The Spurs. The Celtics. The Bulls.
I should have said non-Texas team. Okay. 5 NFL teams. Not Texas teams. NFL. Let's go.
I can't. I mean, we only have 2 in Texas. I should be able to name those 2.
No, we can't name 2. 5 other teams.
The Raiders.
Okay.
The Packers.
Okay. Good job.
The Buffalo people. Buffalo.
Come on, man.
Buffalo.
That's 2. Packers, Raiders, 2.
Steelers.
3.
The Rams.
4.
And
Oh my God.
the Oilers.
No. The
I
Oilers.
should be able to say the Texans.
You try. Good job.
I
Congratulations.
get an A for effort, baby.
You get a B+.
Oh my, you always hating on me.
You were such a great guest today. You were the best.
Thank you.
It's probably my favorite podcast so far. The first woman ever.
Honey.
Sloan
We have so much
Colfax.
other stuff to talk about. I just feel like we
what?
need some more time.
What else we gotta talk about?
Just life, love, things that we've overcome, passion.
What's for another show? You come on next week. Talk about it. Write it all down.
Oh, please.
Make some notes. We can talk about
Back
it.
in about 2 months.
Love, passion. What else you said?
Love, passion, overcoming things, traveling, places we want to go, things we want to see.
Yeah, see. We can take. Now that could be a whole segment, a whole other episode.
So, are you on board with every last Thursday making it about like love, fashion, or what did I say? Family, fashion,
and fun? What'd you say?
and fun.
You want to be on every?
No, I don't have to do everyone.
Who gonna do it? Just different people?
I mean, we can bring in some people. We can make it more like couple like the last because everybody doesn't want to hear basketball all the time.
Hey, listen, you are not. I'm the host.
I'm the hostess.
You're just a guest today.
Welcome to Sloan Colfax. It's Brandi Sloan on the mic.
There you go. See, cut. All right, guys, and that's clearly episode 5. Sloan Colfax. The title is Survival of the Fittest.
Survival of the Fittest. I like that, dude.
Because I'm always in the fits. So are you.
Oh, you know.
Survival of the Fittest. Come on, man. You know I'm a creator. I'm a curator, too. Sloan Colfax, episode 5. Survival of the Fittest with the beautiful Brandi Sloan.
Holla at your girl.
We out of here. Peace.